Travel Robot presents. Here is the list of the top 10 things to do in the United States of America. The United States is home to some of the most spectacular scenery in the world and some of the most recognizable icons on the planet. Many of the top attractions in the United States are bucket list destinations, drawing visitors from around the world. Compiling a list of places to see is step one. But keep in mind, given the size of the United States, most people plan their trips to a specific region, be it the East Coast, the Southwest, the beaches of Florida or California, or outlying regions like Hawaii and Alaska. You may want to see the city sights or head out to the top parks and natural areas in the U.S. In some cases, you can easily combine the two if you plan a day trip or two. Plenty of options await you, with incredible sights sprinkled across the country. For anyone in the enviable position of having unlimited time and resources, these are the top attractions to include on your U.S. itinerary. Here is the list of 10 things to do in the United States of America. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our future updates. Let's start the video. Number 1. Grand Canyon. This incredible natural attraction is one of the most visited places in the United States. Carved out by the Colorado River, the Grand Canyon cuts deep into the landscape, creating dramatic cliff walls and ledges. Visitors standing on the rim of the canyon can see down to the canyon floor a mile below and look out over the ridges and cliffs that run as far as the eye can see. The South Rim, about 4.5 hours by car from Las Vegas, is the most visited section of Grand Canyon National Park. This is where you'll find a large visitor center, regular bus service along the rim in the high season, and a walkway that runs along the canyon with numerous viewing points and platforms. Several wonderful hikes, including the Bright Angel Trail, lead from here. The Skywalk, a glass bridge leading out over the edge of the Grand Canyon, is another popular attraction. It is located at Eagle Point, on the West Rim. This area is about a 4-hour drive from the South Rim, but usually less than a 2.5-hour drive from Las Vegas. If you are planning a day trip from Las Vegas, this area is a good option. The North Rim, which also has lookout areas, provides a different perspective. This section of the park is less visited and has limited access from November to May due to snow and winter conditions. Number 2. Niagara Falls. Situated along the Canada-US border, Niagara Falls is one of the most famous waterfalls in the world. The water from Lake Erie flows into Lake Ontario over these massive waterfalls, known for the great quantity of water that is constantly tumbling over the vertical drop. Niagara Falls is actually a set of 3 falls. It consists of the largest section, known as Horseshoe Falls, with a drop of 187 feet, a second section on the American side of the river, known as the American Falls, with a drop of 89 feet, and a much thinner section located next to the American Falls, known as Bridal Veil Falls, with a drop of 78 feet. Views are good on both sides of the river, but the Canadian side gives a very different perspective and is worth a visit if you don't mind crossing the border into Canada. Summer is the most popular time to visit Niagara Falls. When the weather is warm, gardens are in bloom, and wandering around is pleasant. Winter provides a unique opportunity to see the snow-covered shores and ice-covered railings, street signs, and trees. It's truly a winter wonderland. On clear days, the plume of mist rising from Niagara Falls can be seen from as far away as the CN Tower in downtown Toronto, Canada, on the opposite shore of Lake Ontario. Number 3. White House. The White House is the official residence of the President of the United States and should be on the top of your list of things to see in Washington. This historic structure has been the home of every president except George Washington. Lafayette Park is on the north side of the White House. Beyond is a pedestrian-only zone, full of interesting characters, and an excellent spot to get a great photo. It was originally built by James Hoban in 1792, and after being burned down by British forces in 1814, was rebuilt in 1818. Tours of the White House are free, but reservations must be made a minimum of 3 weeks in advance. Strict security rules are always in effect. Number 4. Walt Disney World Resort. This mega amusement park in Orlando is the top family attraction in America and has been catering to both young and old for decades. Opened in 1971, Walt Disney World has managed to maintain its relevance and its allure for children and even many adults throughout the years. Walt Disney World Resort encompasses not only the various theme parks, it also includes water parks, downtown Disney with shopping and theaters, and much more. from fine dining to golf. This is a place where you can spend a day or a week. If you feel the need for a bit of sand and surf, the beaches of Florida's Atlantic coast are only an hour away. Number 5. Waikiki. Home to the most popular beach in the Hawaiian Islands and possibly the most famous beach in the Pacific. Waikiki has been a tourist destination for over a century. Today, this area is a cross between tropical paradise and modern city. Relaxing on this beautiful stretch of sand with palm trees blowing in the wind will certainly let you know you are in the tropics. But the high-rise buildings and busy street in behind are a reminder that you are not far from civilization. Shopping, dining, surfing, and sunbathing are all part of what makes this small section of Oahu so popular with tourists of all ages from all parts of the world. Number 6. Las Vegas Strip. Walking along the Las Vegas Strip, the main street leading through the city past the mega resorts, is like strolling through an amusement park for adults. Recreations of the New York skyline, the Eiffel Tower, the canals of Venice, and many more foreign sights line this famous street. Beginning at one end with the Luxor Hotel, designed in a pyramid shape, a walk down the street will reveal an erupting volcano and dancing fountains, while inside the resorts are all kinds of oddities and entertainment. Many of the best things to see and do in Las Vegas are sights that can be seen for free. One of the main attractions in Las Vegas is the constant lineup of shows. World-famous singers looking to settle down turn to Las Vegas as a home base, where they perform regularly. Unique performing groups from magic to comedy and acrobatics can also be found here nightly. Number 7. Yosemite National Park. One of America's most loved parks, Yosemite National Park is one of the best places to visit in California, particularly for nature lovers. Famous sights, like the incredible granite domes of El Capitan and Half Dome, have to be seen in person to fully appreciate their grandeur. The massive waterfalls that tumble off sheer cliffs from mountain snowfall or sudden summer rainstorms are another of the park's highlights. Yosemite National Park is full of activity-based things to do that include hiking, climbing, walking, and horseback riding. Hiking trails in Yosemite lead to some of the most scenic areas and are a good way to escape the crowds at lookouts. For those less inclined to be physically active, the sheer natural beauty of Yosemite can be enjoyed from a picnic table over a leisurely home-packed lunch. You can also see the highlights on a driving tour through the park. Accommodation is limited in the park to several lodges and a number of very nice campgrounds. Outside the gates, more options are available. Number 8. Golden Gate Bridge. Arching across San Francisco Bay, joining San Francisco and Marin County, the Golden Gate Bridge has been a California icon since it was built in the 1930s. Contrasting with the blue water, the bridge's orangish-red color is an aesthetic accent that brings a unique quality to the city. It also has a unique presence when it's shrouded in fog with just the peaks of the main towers projecting through the low-lying cloud. The bridge is approximately 2 miles long and part of Hawaii 101 or SR1. If the day is clear, one of the best viewing spots is on Conzelman Road, located in Golden Gate National Recreation Area. Number 9. Freedom Trail in Boston. Boston's Freedom Trail is a 2.5-mile walking route that leads past some of the city's most important historical attractions. A line of red bricks, inlaid in the sidewalk, marks the route, making it an easy way for tourists to find their way around. Information on the trail and the sites can be found at the Visitor Center in the Boston Common, which is a good place to start your tour. Sites along the Freedom Trail include the State House, Old State House, the Old Granary Burying Ground, Old City Hall, Faneuil Hall, Paul Revere House, and many more. Number 10. Glacier National Park and the Going to the Sun Road. Montana's Glacier National Park offers some of the most beautiful mountain scenery in the United States. Mountains, lakes, glaciers, valleys, and waterfalls combine to form a spectacular alpine landscape. One of the best ways to truly appreciate the terrain is from the famous Going to the Sun Road. This narrow road, hugging the mountainside as it winds its way up and over the 7,747-foot Logan Pass, opened in 1932. Due to the elevation and climate, the road is only open during the summer months. The sights along this road are superlative, and you'll likely find yourself stopping at handy pullouts to soak it all up. Glacier National Park also has some unique historic lodges, including the East Lodge, with its huge timbered interior. The park is also a top hiking destination in the state. Hiking trails lead to wonderful alpine vistas if you're willing to put in a bit of effort. The park is relatively isolated, so most people plan to visit for a few days. Accommodation is available in the historic lodges and hotels in West Glacier, and if you feel like camping in Glacier National Park, 13 campgrounds are available. That's all for today, so let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for upcoming amazing and informative